My partner just received an anonymous call from a kid saying our 11-year-old son was vaping in front of their house today. What do we do? He is 11. Man up, be a parent, and talk to him that you got a call, you found his old vapes, and talk about why he is using that shit, and what the dangers are. It really doesn't matter what amazing things he did already. Kids gonna experiment with all kinds of stupid stuff. Your role as a parent is to give them the right guidance and direction when they make mistakes. First of all, you are his parent, second his friend. I watched a podcast on this yesterday. They suggest rather than focusing heavily on the risks of cancer at a later date, which a child is unlikely to care about, focus on the effects now. They talked about how it can really affect your heart and lungs, and it will affect his athletic ability. He may be more open to quitting knowing this. HTTPS podcast link. What does smart, athletic and captain of the debate team have to do with it? Lol. I think your best chance at a positive outcome from this is to not show that you're angry or super stressed about this, although you may well be, and that's fine. But to invite your child to an open and honest conversation about what they are doing and why that concerns you, and also what caused them to make that choice in the first place. Being open to your child telling you about their mistakes sets them for reaching out to you when they have harder problems. I didn't feel like I could tell my parents anything that might get me in trouble, and to this day am dealing with some pretty big things that they know nothing about. Talk to your kid, but do not alienate him with all types of threat of violence or similar. Confront him like a concerned parent will do. For the love of God, do not scourge him for it. It just breeds resentment more than anything. Just talk to him, let him know the dangers of this stuff, and how it's a waste of money on something that's just gonna shorten our already short lives. Sit the kid down and tell them nicotine is weak AF. If they really want some bang for their buck, they want amphetamines. Talk to kids about stuff like this as if you take them seriously. Tell them what you heard, and that you want to talk to them about the dangers of vaping, and why you are worried for them. Don't judge them, have a conversation. At this point it doesn't matter if it is true or not, you are just a worried parent and you can share that with the kid. If you start accusing, or yelling, or anything else that would create a not safe environment, the convo is done and he will never talk to you again about this stuff. Start vaping obnoxiously in front of your kid. Try and fail spectacularly at vape tricks. Look amazingly cringe while doing all of this. I was a big runner in school and did 4 sports while being at the top of my class. My mother found out I was experimenting with weed when I was 14. She never mentioned anything about the negative long-term effects, yelled or chastised me in any way. She just eloquently informed me that she was aware, because moms know stuff, and that she was disappointed in me. To this day, I look back and kind of smile because that was the absolute best way she could have handled it. I stopped and never touched it again, until I was out of school old enough to make my own decisions. First, your kid's achievements have nothing to do with this. Second, if you think vaping is alright, then there was no point in making this post. Lol, yeah, my immediate reaction when reading the opening post was okay, so he's suffering performance pressure. It's speculation, of course, but I wonder how much OP has bothered to talk to their kid about stress pressure, desire to please parents, and if they are happy with where they are at rather than just being proud of the favorable statistic their child is. See it all the time, and the kid grows up to feel misunderstood by their parent, then drifts away with resentment. Again, speculation on my part. Talk to your kid. 1-3 is irrelevant. You found vaping stuff. I got caught smoking pot when I was 11 and I went on to get a PhD. I say this because I know you're probably really worried that he's on the wrong track, but he'll be okay. People here are ridiculous. Talk to him first. Your kid, give him the chance to be honest, and treat him like a person instead of asking the internet how to react. Just know, if you don't have a honest "we're just worried about you" conversation, and ask why they do it, if you go straight to balls to the wall punishment, you're going to make your child just get better at hiding these habits and worse ones. Trust could be damaged right here. This isn't a failure of your kid, it's a moment for you to build trust and connect and figure out how to help your kid who's obviously going down a wrong path because of influences at school or something, and they need your help. Or beat them, yell at them, punish them forever, and see how much they trust you and hide from you after that. Speaking as a kid who got all the beatings and punishments instead of having someone to talk to who loved me. What do? Talk to your fucking kid. That's step 1. Waterboard the truth out of him. Have a calm and rational sit down with him. Be a fucking parent. When I was a kid, my mom told me you're going to experiment with drugs, drinking or smoking probably. Just know you can call me. When I was smoking as a teenager, she basically said don't do it around the house. You're an idiot cause it'll hurt your lungs, but you do you. I smoked on and off for years and just completely quit one day. Was never a huge smoker though. Kids do stupid shit. Outline the consequences, but don't go nuclear. Assuming this thread is true, there's an R-parenting subreddit you may want to check. I'm not sure the point of getting advice from a bunch of Redditors that are overwhelmingly college students and incel admins. Tell the other kid, snitches get stitches. WTF? You talk to your kid? Like what? Also gosh, not the end of world. 1, 2, and 3 are meaningless. 4 is all that matters. You superstar athlete debate champion 11 are old as vaping time to parent.